Xi Jinping's mysterious rise to power. For 14 days, Xi Jinping vanished before suddenly emerging as China's leader in 2012. During his disappearance, he canceled meetings with foreign leaders, and Chinese media refused to explain. Rumors spread. Was he imprisoned, replaced, or even assassinated? Online searches for his name were censored. Then, out of nowhere, Xi resurfaced. The Communist Party acted as if nothing had happened and appointed him general secretary. Where exactly Xi was during those 2 weeks remains a mystery. But his journey to becoming the most powerful man in the world is essential to understanding the future of the global order. Xi's life has always been cloaked in secrecy. Yet, through reporting and anonymous accounts, pieces of his story have surfaced. He grew up in a turbulent China, a time when political power shifted violently, tearing his own family apart. Still, Xi remained loyal to the Communist Party, a loyalty rooted in his past. To understand this, we go back to the 1950s. Mao Zedong had founded the People's Republic of China, unifying the country after decades of chaos. Xi's father, Xi Zhongxuan, was one of Mao's close allies, serving as secretary for industrial affairs. This gave the family privilege, living in a gated community for party officials, with guards, nannies, and housekeepers. In 1953, Xi Jinping was born into this life of political royalty. His father was celebrated in propaganda, a hero of the revolution. But at home, discipline was strict. Children of Mao's comrades were known as princelings, the next generation expected to inherit leadership. Parents feared they would grow spoiled, so rules were enforced harshly. Xi's mother, still alive today in her 90s, kept a low profile. Young, Xi spent much of his childhood in boarding school, but his elite lifestyle wouldn't last. Mao's policies, including the Great Leap Forward, led to famine and disaster. Anyone who questioned Mao's vision faced punishment. In 1962, Xi's father criticized Mao in a novel, and for that he was stripped of power and sent to a labor camp. The family went from privilege to disgrace. Then came the Cultural Revolution. Red Guards publicly humiliated Xi, even forcing his mother to denounce him. His half-sister died by suicide. At 14, Xi himself was imprisoned and starved before escaping, only for his mother to turn him in, fearing the consequences of hiding him. Eventually, like millions of young Chinese, Xi was sent down to the countryside to labor among peasants. At 15, he was exiled to a poor village, living in a cave, struggling with backbreaking work and rejection from locals. He even tried to escape, but was caught and forced into sewer labor in Beijing. Later, he returned to the village, where he slowly gained respect by improving infrastructure, building wells, roads, and dams. When Mao died in 1976, the Cultural Revolution ended, and Xi's family was politically rehabilitated. Many princelings celebrated, but Xi remained disciplined. Instead of turning against the party that had destroyed his childhood, he doubled down on it. He enrolled at university in 1975, officially studying chemical engineering, though most classes were filled with Marxist ideology rather than science. Degrees at that time weren't earned by merit alone, but by party recommendations. With his father's connections, Xi secured a position as secretary to a senior military leader. His job, taking notes, drafting speeches, seemed small, but gave him access to powerful figures in the People's Liberation Army, the very institution that safeguarded communist rule. This role taught him discretion. To avoid leaving evidence, Xi memorized notes before burning them, an early sign of his caution. His military ties later proved invaluable. Yet Xi wasn't content. He returned to rural service as a local party secretary, blending into village life, working directly with peasants, and proving himself loyal to the communist cause. While carefully navigating hardship, Xi positioned himself as part of the next wave of Communist Party leadership. From a disgraced princeling living in a cave to a rising official with military and rural credentials, his journey had prepared him for the path ahead, one that would eventually make him China's most powerful ruler since Mao.